Oh, shit. That's not how that's supposed to look. Hang on. Let me fix it. Okay. Hello, Benites. Tonight's episode of Nigel at Night made possible because of the following sponsors: Veronica Miller, Rebecca Gastaldi, John D. Gregorio, Patty D. Gregorio, and Janaea Natali. Become a sponsor at badben.com/sponsor. Hello, Benites, and welcome to the show. On tonight's show, I'm going to talk about what the hell am I going to talk about? You can't predict what I'm going to talk about here. I don't even know. So we just watched a movie on Netflix, and it was great. Holly, what do you think? Look at the size of my freaking head. You know, I would have a full head of hair if I had a normal size head. Now, I'm trying to figure this out. When I get to the end here, is it going? I did it again, son of a bitch. Holly's over there laughing at me as I'm running into technical difficulties. Oh, it's still there, that son of a bitch. The final frame, I'm not supposed to be there. Let me look. Stop laughing at me, Biggins. You know what? I know how to fix this shit. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to add that. There. Now, oh my God, the pressure. So, hello, John and Patty, Adam, J-Lo, Jennifer, Robin, Ronnie, Heathen, everybody. Hello. How are you? I've now been 23 hours into my quit smoking campaign, which is why you see I'm wearing a nicer sweatshirt without holes burned in it. Because if I'm not smoking a cigar, I'm not burning holes in my clothes. So how about that? Mrs. Biggins just went up to go potty. And of course, her dog children followed her. This morning, I had an appointment with my endocrinologist. Tomorrow afternoon, I have an appointment with my ear, nose, and throat doctor. And I also have to get my car inspected by Monday. And we'll see how that goes. Car inspections are nothing here like they used to be, but still it's pain in the ass to go out there. Philadelphia Inquirer, $1 for 6 months. I'm pretty sure that means the electronic version. There's so many sources for news, though, nowadays. You know, that Michael Belmonte Jr., who received a membership gift from Heathen, why does Michael, I mean, his avatar's tiny, but why does he look familiar? I don't know. Um, so yeah, that's what's lined up for tomorrow. Well, we can go to garages and like get the inspection sticker, but you have to pay like $60. Whereas if you go to the inspection station, it's free. You just have to go through the bullshit. So I think I'll go out there tomorrow morning. I'll take Biggins. We'll do our gallivant. Then I'll run out there, do the inspection, come home. Tomorrow's just a busy day in general. Excuse me, folks. I'm a little gassy. Holly made us chicken for dinner. And yeah, I remember when Florida first did away with inspections, and this is going back to like mid 1980s, I think. And there was a lot of people immigrating coming from Cuba on rafts and all. And when they got here, they were buying, old beat up cars. And when they first did away with inspection, not everybody down there was thrilled because cars with horrific smoke clouds behind them were driving down. I had a friend that moved down there to Ocala, Florida, that was telling me about that. Hello, Danny X. How are you? Hi, Mrs. Biggins.
Do you have any more technical difficulties?
No, don't make fun. I'm part moron. For some reason, I have the weirdest feed on my social media. Like TikTok, it was showing me celebrities with the longest jail sentences. Like, I don't know that Danny Masterson's ever going to get out of prison.
He will. I guess there hasn't been any more news about them being sold.
Who?
TikTok?
No.
They only have to the 5th before they have to do something.
There was rumor that Elon Musk was buying MSNBC, but then that kind of fell through.
Good for him. They got rid of everybody that I like on there.
TikTok, I haven't heard about anything.
Well, they fired Joy Reid.
Did they fire her or did she leave?
They fired her.
Why?
They said her viewpoints were not going in line with
The stations?
Yes, because they're getting closer with the Trump way of thinking.
More conservative?
Yes.
Hi, Becky. Becky's a sponsor of tonight. Ronnie's a sponsor. The Di Gregorios are sponsors. Sable's climbing on top of her mother. Friday night, we're going to do the Spirit Talker.
I love you, Sable. I really do.
Has anybody had anything interesting happen? Ronnie, what's the story with the kitchen? I saw you in here. You didn't bring it up. We're waiting to hear about this damn kitchen. Is it operational? Can you wash dishes in the sink or the dishwasher instead of the toilet? But if you had a bidet toilet seat, you could just hold the plates up.
That's gross.
Well, she was doing them in the bathroom sink, which she says is a pedestal sink and large.
No, I've done that before.
That's when you just buy paper plates.
You wacko. You wacko.
That one was in the zombie one. This one I think was for the zombie movie too, but it looked kind of cheesy. This one over here looked kind of good. Kitchen is fully functional for Ronnie. I'll probably start a broadcast at 7, and then I might tell people that I might be coming back at 9.
Why?
To do the Spirit Talker on Friday. Doing the Spirit Talker at 7 now when it's still light out.
Yeah, I don't like it still being light out at 7. I think it should start getting dark at like 6.
Well, get ready because what's it now? All of April, all of May, beginning of June. You'll be up to 9 o'clock almost. Oh, by the way, you guys up north, like, hi, Deb, like Adam and the Jennifers, the 29th, which is Saturday, at sunrise. I didn't hear about this till today, but we're having a partial lunar or solar eclipse. You guys will have more of it than we will. We're only going to have like 10%. You might have 15, 20%. But it's occurring as the sun is rising. So if you have those sun goggles, oh God, I think I have some around here somewhere. But if you have those goggles, you'll be able to see a partial solar eclipse at sunrise on the 29th, which is Saturday. But don't look at the sun.
Yeah, stare directly at the sun.
You need solar goggles.
Walton Goggins goggles.
I've got some around here. I'll look tomorrow. You see everything you learned here on Nigel at Night. You learn about nature. You learn about space. It's fascinating.
You're fascinating.
I am. Don't be sassy.
I was able to diamond paint for about 20 minutes today.
Sable would go out on the back deck because the door was open. Good night, heathen. Thank you. Because the back deck door was open. And she would go out. But when Holly started, oh, thank you. Somebody's sponsoring an episode of Nigel at Night for tomorrow night. But she came back in and she climbed into Holly's lady spot.
Lady spot.
Holly's lap. Thank you, Phil. Phil Chestnut has sponsored already tomorrow night's episode of Nigel at Night. I didn't know. We didn't know you were having a baby, Robin. Well, I think Ben would be a great name for a boy. And if it's a girl, I think Benet. 30 weeks. What do you do now? Is it 36 weeks? 39 weeks?
207.
How long do you carry? Hey, Google. How many weeks is a human pregnancy?
On the website nhs.uk, they say pregnancy normally lasts about 40 weeks. That's around 280 days from the first day of your last period.
So it's saying like 40 weeks. I didn't think it was that long, but my God, you've got 10 more weeks to go. So that would be 2.5 months from now, end of April. And good night, Deb. End of April, end of May, middle of June. Well, my buddy's baby they're due first week of July. If it's a boy, Briar, that's cute.
Nice name.
I like that. Do you know you? Do you know if you're having a boy or a girl? We should have a baby shower here. A Zoom baby shower. I just come up with so many ideas, Hal.
You do.
I know, I'm pretty unbelievable. Here's Golf 5 Alpha, everyone. Sup, Golf 5 Alpha. Last night, I had a new Benite come in, say, what's up? I love your films, except for number 5. Oh, we're having a boy. Briar. Oh, I thought you said if it's a boy, but you said it's a boy. Becky just had their first hatchlings, and one of them is named Paranormal Pat, and the other's named Elijah. Did I tell you that Elijah is now a cross dresser? He does shows dressed as a lady, and he must tuck it good because he wears very tight outfits. But you'd recognize him if I brought up his account, you'd recognize him the second I showed you. He looks just like he did 8 years ago now, 9 years ago. It's 2025. We filmed. No, he was the second film. So like 8 years ago when he was 16. Elijah. Alex Palin. But his stage name is Alexa. What are you doing?
Talking to myself.
Why?
Why not?
I feel very bloated.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe because without smoking cigars today, I ate so much bullshit. I probably consumed 4,000 or 5,000 calories. Well, Robin, maybe we should all come and help with the delivery. Everybody that's in this room, you got 25 other people in here, plus me, 26, Miss Biggins, 27. We'll all come and we'll be like, what do they call them? Well, where is Cherie when you need her?
Yeah.
Oh, God. can all be, what are those?
What, midwives?
Yeah, we'll be midwives. How big's your living room?
Not what I thought you were going to ask.
Well, when I said how big?
Yeah.
Oh, you're nasty.
I am not.
Cherie can deliver it, and we'll just all stand by and go.
Like the pit.
Oh my God. The pit showed the birth of a child, but it was using puppets and all.
But it was disturbing.
They showed full vajayjay. We don't want to talk about this till Robin delivers, so we don't want to talk about this on-screen vagina, baby head,
Ew.
and then gigantic opening. No, I'm only kidding. Don't they make a little slice down there to make it not
Yes.
tear?
Yes.
No smoking there, golf 5. If we're all in there delivering and cheering for Robin, we're not smoking in there. You can stand outside with the window shut and look through. Problem is, we'll be on the 5th floor, so you better be like those vampires. And what was that show? That TV, Salem's Lot, hovering over the ground. Oh, Robin says she appreciates the support, but we can all wait in the waiting room. Yeah, you're probably right.
That's not nice.
Well, she's probably right. We don't know how to act. I won't know how to act during childbirth. Because I'll pick that baby. I'm going, ha, 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 it's the circle of life.
Oh my God.
That was pretty good, though. I shocked everybody with that, I think.
Makes me think of Modern Family.
Cameron.
Yes.
Friday the 13th would be cool. Episiotomy.
Did you ever see the movie Saturday the 14th?
I remember it. It had that guy, Ron, what's his name? Is he still alive?
No.
Ron, I can't think of his name. He was in Saturday the 14th. Jennifer does that circle of life scene with their rat, Rory, or guinea pig. I'm sorry. Oh, speaking of circle of life, here's my puppy, my baby. Your big baby. So, what is today? Wednesday? Yes, it was trash day and recycling day. Oh, it's so much to juggle. But I handled it. So, Robin's having a baby. Matt is having a baby. Well, Matt ain't doing shit. He's just hanging out
His wife
saying,
is having a baby.
he's saying, come on, honey, push.
Is he doing the delivery room with her?
Yeah, he being a nurse and all,
He still might be squeamish with it being his wife.
now. I think he's been there for everyone. He's the kind of person that I could see him, wanting to do that. I'm the kind of person that says, look, there's a Lowe's across the street. And I'm going to go over there. Just text me when this thing is out. You ever been in an IKEA?
No.
Yeah, I think I was in one.
Did you ever have their Swedish meatballs?
No, but people make a big deal about them. There's you did figure out, because Jennifer, it now displays your name properly so that I may address you properly. People have made a big deal about their meatballs. They make a big deal about Costco hot dogs too, and how cheap they are.
And their chickens.
Now that's a chicken. Ronnie's got a full kitchen. Robin, where are you? Just about like what city? Don't tell us your home address, but I want to know where we would have to come for the childbirth, the child delivery. We'll get Cherie. I will dress in my Bad Ben robe. What do you think, Hal? Can we go there and deliver? New Hampshire. By the way, when I was talking about the partial solar eclipse, New Hampshire, I think, is going to have the best view up there at sunrise Saturday, but you need the special goggles. There has been no movement on the Walmart sign yet. They had asked me on Twitter to give them my email and phone number so they could update me, and that was just ridiculous. I'm not going to do that. I said, I've made you aware of it. Handle it. I don't need to hear. But we've been driving by every morning just to say. We didn't drive by close today. We drove by out on the highway and looked, but nothing yet. I didn't expect they'd be up there painting immediately. It's not like, the Queen was coming or the King of England. But
Don't they call Camilla the Queen?
Yeah. It's not like the royal family. How about that? Was coming. But we'll see. Actually, what might get them to move is if I start posting pictures every day to say day, because it's been that way for weeks, months, I'll tell you. Because, hey, Tom, we haven't seen you in a while. Because months and months and months ago, there was one spot that was there. This was like years ago, probably. And it took them forever to fix that one spot. And it always looked like shit because it didn't quite match the backdrop. Well, now the whole thing's falling apart. And again, that's all because it has to do with moisture that's behind it.
Oh, I'm a dumbass.
Who's the dumbass?
Me
What'd you do?
reading instructions wrong.
Oh, damn it, Hall. All right. That might have been a little bit too excited. And we did go to well, Holly and the dogs went with me to my doctor's appointment this morning. And then we got bagels across the street.
I forgot the mustard on my bagel this morning. I was very upset.
What'd you order?
I got the corned beef with pastrami one.
And they didn't put mustard on
They
it?
did not. It was still good, but I missed my mustard. I was too lazy to put it on myself.
Oh, it was in there?
No,
There wasn't a package in there? Or you meant when we got home?
when we got home.
Oh, God. That pastrami thing is a freaking meal from there. I got, I think, chicken salad.
It's in a bag if you want to have the rest of it, by the way.
Yeah, but because their stuff is all fresh, tomorrow morning it'll suck. I might get up and eat it. It's the circle of life. We had no rain today, despite calls for it. Well, we have a couple outstanding bagel places here, and it's like, but also like they're like small, privately owned. Like, there's this thing called Bagel Bazaar. It's at the Luke Oil gas station.
Which sounds weird.
And it's weird that it's in a gas station, but it's really good, except they're angry people.
You tell them a story about the time that you ordered and you got them all screwed up because you wanted to change the order or something.
What was it I wanted?
You wanted a poppy seed bagel.
Right. But what part did I change? Because I said plain bagel?
Maybe.
And I said something about, could I get a poppy seed? And they turned around at me. Now, I'm not making fun of the fact that they're from India. But they turned around at me and in broken English, while holding a serrated knife, the person says to me, I have already cut your bagel. I said, don't change anything. Just make it like you're making it. But they're really good. And there's this small chain called Hot Bagels and More. They're like, I know of 3 of them. The one we go to most often is Summers Point. But there's one in Northfield. There's one in Margate. And their bagels are made fresh daily. They're huge. And like whatever you get put on them is always great. And then there's a place on our way to Cape May. On the way to Cape May, there's a store. And their bagels. You remember that place, Hal?
Yes.
They're also pretty good, but they're not as. But the king is Hot Bagels and More. But we've also, as far as chains go, the Manhattan Bagel, which is a chain, is really good. And she got the corned beef bullshit this morning, which is really good. and they're not crazy expensive. Plus, they have doggy bagel biscuits. Which Sable gets very. Little T is getting better. Thank you for the support. Oh, good. Crystal does now. Do they think his kidney stones may pass? Because I know they couldn't do the surgery because what did you say? This the kidney stones were in his gallbladder. But anyway, that's good news that he's getting better, and hopefully he passes his stones. One of the things about not smoking cigars is you don't hear the vent noise down here. Oh, good. Well, it would always be better if surgery can. I got to pull my pants down, not down, down. I mean, they're riding high and they're crushing the family. Ideally, he doesn't have to get surgery and he passes them on his own. But if he does, they can do what they need to do. Now, if you need me there, Crystal, in the operating room, Robin has banished me from her delivery room and told me I can stay the hell out in the waiting room. She didn't quite put it that way, but I read between the lines. So, but with the case of Little T, if you need me to get in there and do something, I can at least offer guidance and support. I mean, I was all ready to go to Robin's house or apartment, set up a pool, get in there. We were all going to get in there. We had 30 people in the room. We now have 31. We had like 25 at the time. Everybody was going to get in there. But we understand, Robin. It would be a bit much, but But I still plan on holding up the baby. It's the sack of life. I might even be able to, I don't know, for all I know, Elton John is a fan of the Bad Ben films. Maybe I could get him to come there and sing it live.
If he's not, he should be.
Do you guys watch on your phones or do you watch on computers? I need somebody that's watching on a phone. Oh shit, I can't do it. Never mind. Forget why I was asking you to be on the phone because I can't switch to the vertical view while I'm on this. There's a horizontal or a vertical view, but I'm on the horizontal view and I can't switch to the vertical view. I'll have to test it out with my own bullshit. So we're supposed to, I don't know, what was the temperature today, Biggins?
I think it got up to like 50.
Yeah, it was cool. Yesterday was like mid 60s, but now Saturday they're talking about 75 degrees.
Not anymore.
What's it now?
Like 69.
Oh, they suck ass. Everyone, Lisa Ann Alugali has entered the room. Lisa, we're planning on how we're going to deliver Robin's baby. Robin doesn't want us all in the room, so it's just going to be me and Cherie probably, and Robin, and also little T. I'm catching you up here. Little T's doing better. That's Crystal's dog. Becky's laid 2 eggs that have hatched, and she's named one of the chicks. Becky herself laid these eggs. Becky is part chicken. And one of them she named Paranormal Pat, and the other one she named Elijah, who is a cross-dressing chicken. Jennifer sent me a picture of the circle of life. There's Rory. So handsome. And you're welcome for catching you up. I had a doctor's appointment this morning. I'm doing fine. I have another doctor's appointment tomorrow afternoon. That is literally across the street. I will be parking in the same parking lot. It's very nice, like medical plaza. Rye said they zoned out and heard cross-dressing chicken out of context, and that's hilarious. Well, Ryan, you never know what the hell is going on here at Steelmanville Road. Tomorrow, when I'm waiting for the doctor to come in, well, actually, it's the nurse practitioner. I'm going to strip down.
Oh, God.
Completely naked.
Oh, my God.
It's ear, nose, and throat, mind you.
And bend over for them?
I'm going to be there completely naked. Now, I'll when she comes in the room and she goes, "Oh my," I'm going to say, "I would have put my feet in the stirrups, but there's none on this table." She's like, "Sir, I just have to look in your ears and down your throat." I said, "Well, I just, I want my money's worth for the copay." But now that's what I hate about the dentist. You're like incapacitated. But any other doctor you go to, you're okay. They can climb in your,
Anus.
your what?
Your anus.
I didn't say that, but they don't even have to really do that anymore. They don't have to really do the finger wave, stick a finger up the butt anymore. No, because of all the other methods of testing they have. I mean, I guess they still do it for some people, but I don't know. I was a star at my colonoscopy. He was very impressed at my bowel prep.
And he thought I was his wife.
He thought Holly was my wife. And she's in there when I open. How would you like this? you're rendered unconscious. there's hoses and shit going up your butt and down your throat. And when you come out of one of the most peaceful, restful sleeps, what's the first thing I open my eyes and see? Mrs. Biggins. And she's sitting there and he's explaining everything about my colon to her. Or they're explaining. And I'm like, good Lord, woman. Was my twig and berries out?
You kind of hurt my feelings there.
Why?
Because you were upset to see me there.
I was not. I'm just saying that as I come out of this sleep where, I at one point envisioned I was dead. And I come to, and God was you. Or at least an angel.
Nice save.
No cross-dressing chicken. Becky actually is so dedicated to her work on the farm that Becky actually sits on the nest until the eggs hatch, which is why she was happy that these chicken eggs hatched today, because she can get up, stretch her legs, walk around a little. But she's very dedicated to animals, like the Fitches are, like we are. The Benites in general are dedicated to, animals.
Sable's kicking the shit out of me right now.
She's asleep, isn't she?
Kicking the shit out of me, yes.
Sable lays next to us, and she starts to have dreams, and she starts convulsing and kicking. And it's kind of brutal, if I do say so myself.
And you do.
Well, a lot of people are like into these cows.
Cows?
These little cows. You know what I'm talking.
Oh, you mean like the Highland cows? The
Yes.
mini cows?
Yes. We're going to get a couple cows. Robin's got a Chihuahua Pomeranian mix named Pearl. That's a good dog name. But we want to get some goats, couple Highland cows. I would like to get a baby giraffe.
I want a penguin.
Holly wants a penguin. We had a kid kidnap a penguin here one time out of Tom's Garden World or Bob's Garden World, whatever one is still there.
Terrible.
They had like a little display in there with penguins, and someone stole one, but they got busted, and the penguin was okay. But I think the place even had to give it up. They said, "What the fuck are you doing with penguins in here? This isn't a good environment." My next door neighbors, the ones that own the house before these two, they had koi, like in their goldfish pond, and at least one of them was 20 years old. Now they're all dead. See, there are people who love animals and they do everything to care for them. But then, like, they don't do quite everything to care for them, because they had, like, right before Easter, they got a dozen baby chickens. And they called me over and they said, "Nigel, we're going to Florida for 2 weeks. Can you watch and feed the chickens? I said, sure. And they went, and they were actually gone for like 3 months. And meanwhile, I fed these chickens every day. I cleaned their coop and everything. And they come home to 12 now full grown chickens. And within a week, they had 2 left because they would let them out and forget to put them back in or something at night. And the raccoons and foxes and hawks got 10 of them. Robin said a kid stole a skull out of a mausoleum here once.
Oh my God.
We had something similar to that happen here. There was a mausoleum where my parents are buried. But it was, you know how there's, like I pointed out, there's 3 cemeteries there?
Yeah.
They're all one, but they're like 3 distinct pieces of property. This was the furthest one over. And somebody broke in there, but they think it was something to do with like a mob. Or not, it wasn't mob, but it was something to do with like a religious ritual or something. Oh my God. You're an animal. Like a religious ritual or witchcraft, but like, the Dominican. I don't know I don't know how I got down this hole.
I was waiting for you to dig yourself out, but you kind of just kept going.
I kept frigging it up. You'd think they'd stop forgetting to leave them out after the first day. No, that was just them. They were like, oh, they'll be all right. They'll roost up in the tree. Meanwhile, the next day, there's like a circle of feathers on the ground. When my mother was alive and they had the rooster used to come over, stand out front of our house, and crow at sunrise. And my mother thought that was the coolest damn thing. So people would say, so do you have any trouble getting your mom up in the morning? I say, no. As soon as the neighbor's cock is there, she's up. Oh my goodness. The gays.
The gays. They're trying to kill me.
Their chicken was attacked by, or their rooster was attacked by a red-tailed hawk because the rooster was near the nest. Even though the nest was up in the tree, the red-tailed hawk was like aggravated by it, and it scooped in and attacked the rooster. Well, it mortally wounded it, but didn't kill it. So Dave called the police, and the cop came over and said, well, it's going to die. And goes, oh, can you put it out of its misery? And he says, well, why don't you wring its neck? And he goes, oh, God, no. He says, can you shoot it? And he says, I can't fire off my sidearm in, no. He said, turn around.
Oh, God.
So Dave turned around, and the cop did what he had to put it out of its misery. I just wonder if Dave ate that rooster.
Ew.
Why not? I want to be eaten by my friends when I die.
I'll remember that.
The police did not arrest the hawk. We also had a neighbor who's, they had it. The goat got out. Do you know how they neuter a male goat? They put rubber bands around its testicles. I'm serious.
Oh, bitch.
And they just fall off. And anyway, they had a goat that got out, and the neighbor we had that's now a veterinarian office, but the neighbor called it and came here, and I said, it's not my goat, it's next door's goat, but they're away. And anyway, he found a place for it. We had a cop put down a moose that got hit. Well, that is a little different, like the towns that have like moose, because we've actually had state police shoot mortally wounded deer here. This is educational, Ronnie. You're correct. You got to learn how the testicles of goats are removed. What we have, and I haven't seen a couple years though, is what's really cool is when the mother possums have all the babies on their backs. And let me tell you something. Wild turkeys are the ugliest things, but wild turkey babies are absolutely the most precious, cute little things. And then they get old and ugly, like humans. So this is Nigel at Night. That's why people sponsor these shows, so that I may continue to educate. So anyway, folks, I've been on here for an hour tonight, and I will be back tomorrow night. Thanks to Phil and Ronnie, and hopefully some more will decide to sponsor. So here we go. Nigel at Night. Tonight's episode was made possible because of the following fantastic, wonderful people: Veronica Miller, Rebecca Gastaldi, John D. Gregorio, Patty D. Gregorio, and Janaea Natali. So I shall see you tomorrow. See you, love you. Bye for now.